Hi, we are Galactic Ashley and Mahana, and we are here to invite you into our newest, most brand new Galactic Guided Intensive. So we hope you'll stay tuned and join us. Hi, I'm Galactic Ashley, and I channel divine guidance for starseeds, connecting them to their star families and galactic lineages. I use light language frequencies and work with your cosmic connections to facilitate high frequency healing transmissions and encoded activations. So, after earning a master's in fine art from the University of Tucson, I merged my passion for art and metaphysics together with my background in cross cultural mentoring and teaching experiences to design and lovingly develop galactic guided intensives, which are 10-week long group courses where we gather together. And the one that I am currently inviting you into right now is called Dragons Al-Kimia, Divine and Sacred Architecture. So, with that, if you would like more one on one coaching, please feel free to check out my 6-week quantum integration coaching program. So, most of you may know that I do work with galactic energies, but that I would not be able to connect to my home universe, my own galactic family consciousness, um, or really even be here if it weren't for the dragons. So, I am very intensely entwined with dragon consciousness and dragon energies. And I actually very much align with being a dragon. And I feel very deeply that I am a dragon and that I am here to embody dragon energies. And I'm very much connected to the solar grid and solar frequencies. So it is through my galactic family consciousness and my dragon connections that we have created this course that is brand new, and I'm really, really excited about it. So, we and the dragons invite you to join us so that we can go beyond the old paradigm and connect with universal intelligences and explore our subconscious, because the dragons love alchemizing in the subconscious, and this is the most beneficial, important healing things that we can quote unquote do during this time, especially during this quantum integration field that we are in, which is offering us so many opportunities, even though it feels very intense, and that there are a lot of energies showing themselves to us in the outer worlds where our systems are breaking down. So, in this course, through channeled transmissions, sound, light language, and sacred geometries, we will have the opportunity to open to experience wisdom from the dragon consciousness, many unique dragon collectives, and you will get to experience and connect with your soul's dragon lineages and your dragon lines as we explore powerful new alchemical rituals and practices in order to activate our vibrational fields towards personal and collective evolutionary transmutation. So we can integrate a greater expanse of heart intelligence, giving rise to a more profound and powerful, loving relationship with ourselves. So we are being offered this exquisite opportunity to courageously enter into our golden solar bodies, allowing the new earth of self evolution to form, where we fall in unconditional love with the unknown. I know. It sounds like a lot, and it is, and they are called Galactic Guided Intensives for a reason, but this is going to be profoundly transformative. They all are, but this one, I'm just really looking forward to it. I love working with the dragons. The dragons are always present, with me, and so I'm always working with them. But now is the time that we get to explore dragons in terms of their history, their mythology. We get to explore these new alchemical rituals and practices that they're going to bring forward in order to help us through these transitional times. We will definitely go into um, tantric non-dualism and understand and remember the gift of sacred sexuality and alchemy together, and how this can shift into suprasexuality, which leads towards regeneration. So it prioritizes regeneration over just procreation. So which leads into suprasexuality, which prioritizes regeneration over simple, just unconscious procreation. So we can unlock the keys within ourselves to shift into a new level of self evolution so that we can heal the world from within. Experience how the feminine co creator and masculine co creator join together, join forces in their genius to give birth to the new human. We will talk about and look at revising mythology so that we can be in our truth of cosmic co creation. We can understand how archetypal forces shape our individual lives and how we can use them as part of our transmutation process. So, in this way, we can unbind our bodies from the myths and the archetypes that our stories ultimately created to control, even though they do contain elements of truth. So we will talk about discernment and illusion, which leads into the dark night of the soul. We will also go over Jungian theory of dragons and alchemy, reptilian consciousness, and the misconceptions about the connections that they have to dragon DNA, sacred alchemy and the unification processes. And there are many, many processes where we are being asked to recollect fragmented parts of ourselves within ourselves and bring them into union, and talk about a variety of integration points. We will work with the subconscious and understanding pain and trauma, and look at dissolving and working with the pain body, and becoming truly self-mastered in terms of our inner psyche and our inner terrain. Because part of what is happening right now is that we are being faced with the challenges of having, basically bringing the psyche and the soul into union. Working with the 0 point field and understanding that dragons are not only the guardians of creation, but that we can work with them as guardians of our co-creative processes. And to really truly understand that your heart is one of your greatest multi-dimensional source fields and energies. And there will also be, and I'm really excited, um, a lot of amazing guest speakers. And there's a couple that I'm thinking about right now that I'm really excited about, but they are spiritual alchemical specialists that will be coming to speak with us on Sundays. So, we, as the dragons, ask that you open and receive all of these solar energies and frequencies. So we will be able to align with the new sun and the great grand central sun, connecting to the cosmic pulse of the 0 point heart energy, and connect with our dragon heart self. Because this course will bring you deeper into the truth of who you are, where we will be held in a beautiful, open, pure, and safe container. Because oftentimes we hesitate to truly see who it is we are because of all of the illusion of shame and separation and pain. So we can experience a profound release of the lower levels of fear, tension, distortion, and negativity through connecting and deeply entering into your dragon heart self and the incredible solar source light frequencies that you are. We will allow past trauma and memory, ancestral codes, subconscious patterns, and old programs to disintegrate. We'll open to receive light language, encoded energy transmissions, encoded activations, and DNA upgrades. And there will absolutely be a copious amount of transmissions. There will be a copious amount of transmissions and channeled messages, all that will be guided and developed around each of you. So it is the energy that you bring where we are able to create this course around you. And this is what I love so much about doing these courses, is that even when you repeat them, they are always different. And this one is brand new, and I've been waiting for the dragons to say, now is the time, because I got this message years ago, and now is the time. So many dragon lineages from their Council of Light collectives will be present so that you'll be able to connect with them. We have the solar rishis, the golden and the solar light dragons, dragons of the threefold flame, rainbow dragons, Atlantean dragons, Lemurian dragons, earth star dragons, ether, fire, water dragons, guardian dragons, sacred heart dragons, violet flame dragons, crystal dragons. There are so many types of different dragons, and you can be connected to some, a lot of them, all of the dragons. It will be fun to come and discover your own dragon lineages and dragon lines. And if you don't have any sort of interest in dragons, this is still for you, because we will definitely be talking about transmutation and alchemy, and the divine dragons will come in and they will be primarily leading this course. Even if you are not interested in dragons, this course is still based around alchemy and transmutation and this spiritual process, and working through it and understanding how that unfolds within you. So dragons, alchemy, and unification are the huge sort of overlaying umbrella terms, because as a human collective, we find ourselves in a pivotally volatile and uncertain moment of a great paradigm shift. Imagine that, where we are alchemizing the individual, interpersonal, organizational, societal, and cultural systems and constructs. So everything is being asked to go through a transmutation process, to come through the other side in a way where it no longer looks like what it currently looks like. And this is going to be and is very challenging, because this is focusing on our relationship to ourselves, our relationship to our partners, our relationships to all living energies, to everything around us, because we are in relationship to everything. And the reason why this is challenging is that because ultimately we have consumed the delusion of separation, and our collective experience is saturated with traumatized communities that are vulnerable to manipulation and exploited by leaders. And societal fragmentation has created dangerous situations globally, as I'm sure all of you can see and are aware of. So there are epidemic collective violence, which is highly contagious. There's collective splitting, which generates enormous levels of raw emotional energy, which we've been seeing. As we have witnessed, it can lead to uncontrollable chain reactions. Oh, wow, imagine that. So collective splitting has surfaced in our consciousness between mind and heart, masculine and feminine, body and spirit, us and them, conscious and unconscious. Everything we manifest with this consciousness imprinted with duality will only perpetuate that which we are trying to free ourselves. Because when we create from a frequency, we will only create from that frequency. So if we are creating from the frequency of fear, we will only create something that aligns with that frequency of fear. So while we are looking at the larger umbrella of what is happening externally, we are going to be absolutely focusing with this splitting that has happened between ourselves, our connection to source, to spirit, and to that which is in which we directly influence and have control of, which is our ability to respond. So you can't free the world when your spirit, mind, and body are in chains woven by your own delusions. So what happens at the scale of the microcosm of the individual extends to the scale of the macrocosm of society. So transmutation is when the survival instincts of the unconscious will have been transmuted into qualities. So this is what our focus is. Again, looking at the whole big picture and then really bringing it in and focusing it on ourselves and what we have the ability to control, which is our ability to heal ourselves, to bring these qualities out from having a mastery and developing a mastery of doing the internal and the subconscious work. Our physical bodies carry cosmic elements that have come from the stars. We are the living embodiment of spirit in elemental form. The reason why we're working with dragons is because dragons are able to hold all elements that make up the planet that they have shape shifted into form on, meaning that they have a heightened understanding of what it means to be in a physical structure and what it means to shift and to transform. So when we are able to properly channel and ground these energies and run these energies through us, we will be able to allow the old paradigm to dissolve while we move forward with a new way of working, playing, and being that is attuned to life, the earth as part of the cosmic citizenship, because the earth is part of the cosmic realm. We are galactic citizens, and when we consider the earth and the cosmos, so we are the precondition for finding the power to begin co-creating new paradigms. And we are also being supported by all of these solar energies, these cosmic energies that are assisting us as we enter into deeper layers of what is being presented to us in our singular experience. And some of this can be scary and very uncomfortable. But as we move through varying processes of dissolution, integration, and unification, we are offered this amazing opportunity to bring unity to the feminine and the masculine within ourselves, which opens more opportunities to unify duality within ourselves. And we're able to expand awareness to greater dimensional light octave levels. So we are able to accrete more light within ourselves, activate our DNA, and understand that we are the co-creators of our universe. And we begin to birth ourselves as our own galaxy, or our own, we become our own galaxy. It is important to remember it is important to remember the power of our heart, because as humans, we have prioritized the linear mind, which is designed to So, as a function of being human, we are part of very linear thinking, which ultimately confines the intelligence to the lower aspects of the mind and lower instinctual senses. So, through linear thinking, we prioritize the mind over the heart. And then by doing this, we contract our energy. And when we contract our heart and we contract our energy, it means that we contract consciousness and it limits our expanded sensory feelings, such as intuition. So when we fall into our linear thinking minds, we close down our hearts, which closes down our body's feelings and our sensory system. So we not only see ourselves as separate from source, but we become fractured within ourselves. So this is very much going to be about opening the heart and sacrificing the mind to the heart. And to me, this is the meaning of ceremony. And it's also beneficial to remember that gold is a frequency. So, why some look at soul alchemy and they see it as alchemizing a material from lead to gold, it is truly about alchemizing the material that is the body. This includes the mental, physical, and emotional. And as you alchemize the material that you already are, the prima materia, you can experience less pain, and the traumas that you remember are what keeps you in the pain body. And these are going to be even these subconscious traumas that are not from this lifetime, that really brought the one of our main traumas that we experience, which is in relationship within ourselves, is when the divine feminine and the divine masculine was split into separation, because these are the frequencies that seek reunion and to appear once again in the radiant form of divine union. And it is the dragons that will mentor us through the sacred marriage within ourselves, which is internal. It is necessary that we bring our interior into wholeness and to radiate these solar and golden energies, this love frequency. And the dragons are metallic yet liquid, matter yet spirit, cold yet fiery, poison and yet healing, because they are the embodiment of all, uniting all opposites, reminding you the nature of your design. They show us our architecture. They bring us into the totality and the truth of allowance, because we are beyond accepting. When we accept something, we are choosing to accept something even though it is wrong. When we allow, we are simply allowing because we are not labeling. So, this is the beauty of this course, and I'm really excited. And so, we say, may your heart seek, express, and experience all forms of love, and remember that freedom is the power of movement that propels you towards your most sacred desires, unlocking the dragon's gate to realize your truth, passion, power, and purpose. Because you are the embodied power of the divine masculine and the feminine force brought into their golden sacred union, and you have already been alchemized. So may your heart seek, express, and experience all forms of love, and remember that freedom is the power of movement that propels you towards your most sacred desires, unlocking the dragon's gate to realize your truth, passion, power, and purpose, that you are the alchemized golden ones. We are the golden ones. We are divine, self-mastered, sovereign, and free. And with that, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And we love you, we love you, we love you.